Hi and welcome to our channel. I'm Jennifer, this is Kate, and Lent is nearly over.
So we are getting ready here for Holy Week and Easter, and today we want to bring you along through the process.
So we're filming this video just a couple days away from Palm Sunday, and we have a whole list here of things that we want to do during Holy Week and things that we need to do to get ready for Easter. So today's video is going to be a chatty kind of come along, get ready with us type of video.
And while there are tons of beautiful and wonderful traditions out there for Holy Week and Easter, our goal today is not to talk about all of them. We just wanted to make a fun video where we share with you how we like to get ready.
So it feels like Lent has gone by really fast this year. I mean, compared to 2020 or even 2021, and we are so looking forward to Easter here. In fact, we are so excited that we actually made an official checklist this year. We're usually not that organized, but it just felt like a checklist kind of year.
And the first thing on said checklist is going to confession. We always like to go at least once during Lent, and this is something that we've actually already done. We went last weekend, so we kind of get a free check mark.
I have to admit, I put that on the list just so we could go ahead and check it off because it's always so satisfying to make that first check mark.
The next item on our list is to put up our Holy Week peg doll display. So we've had this one for several years, but it always makes it feel like Easter is officially close when we put it up.
So we've had this set of peg dolls for Holy Week for a while now. A few years ago, we did a Holy Week peg doll swap, and I love these. I still use them with my catechism classes.
We also have this Holy Week wooden egg set that also goes up. This also came from a swap, and each of the eggs has a symbol from the Passion on one side, and then it is painted like an Easter egg on the other side. So you can have it with the Passion symbols out during Holy Week, and then on Easter Sunday you can turn them around to the pretty egg side.
So we are going to go now and set up that display. So that's done.
Now I get to check that off.
Very good.
There we go.
The next thing we need to take care of is this. For Lent this year, a good friend of mine gave me a set of 6 cards, each with a different prayer for the 6 weeks of Lent. And now I'm down to my last card. I've been putting them up on the refrigerator, and I have really enjoyed having a different prayer for each week and seeing the cards go up. So I'm definitely going to save these and reuse them for next year. I also think this idea has endless possibilities. You could make a prayer card for each week of Advent, or you could do countdown prayer cards, towards a birthday or maybe a wedding or a confirmation. So let's go do that now. Okay, go ahead and check that one off. We're getting a lot done today.
That one was a lot of work. Just getting out the tape.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Hey, it's something. Every little baby step counts.
So the next thing that we need to do is round up our copy of The Characters of the Passion, which is a short but great book by Fulton Sheen, and it has one chapter for every major player in the Passion.
So this book is somewhere in our house on the shelves. I've been looking for it. I haven't found it, so Kate is going to help me. We're going to go track it down now. We found it at long last. It's so skinny, it was hiding out. But this is a great book. I love to read it during Holy Week. And at the very end, there is a chapter about Barabbas and the 2 thieves who were crucified with Jesus, which reminds me that we recently learned a new story about the good thief, Saint Dismas. Now, I didn't know this, but it turns out that the crucifixion, according to legend, was not the first time that he had encountered Jesus. When the Holy Family was fleeing from Herod and they were on their flight into Egypt, according to tradition, St. Dismas and his band of fellow thieves actually held them up on the road on the way there.
But they never actually ended up robbing the Holy Family. St. Dismas actually bribed his fellow robbers into letting them go and letting them escape. And because of this kindness, God actually allowed him to be crucified next to Jesus. So that's a really cool story. We can now check off the characters of the Passion.
I'm glad we found it. It was like a little touch and go there for a while. All right, and then next we have to deal with our palms from last year's Palm Sunday. We have to dispose of these. They were blessed, so now they are sacramentals, which means that we can't just throw them in the trash or throw them out for the birds. They have to be disposed of in a reverent manner, which means either burning them or burying them.
So we're going to burn our old palms along with the old palms of several family members. They were quite excited to give us their old palms so we could burn them when they learned we were doing this video.
Yeah, we're having a holy bonfire out in the backyard this afternoon. So let's go take care of those, Kate. We're a little bit smoky now, but it's fine. It's fine. It's good. It's taken care of. Yay. Check it off.
Check it off. There we go. But the next thing after that is to finish reading the stack of books that we had for Lent this year. But, we're not quite at the end of Lent, so we're not quite at the end of the stack.
We're almost there. We're winding down. We did finish one book already.
We did. And we have our favorites, but we're going to make a whole separate video about that. So you can watch for that coming soon, but that means we can't check this one off quite yet, which is disappointing.
So close.
But
that's how
we'll
it
get
goes.
to it. So the next one says find art print.
Yes, because recently I discovered this beautiful painting by a little known artist named Herbert SCHMALZ. That's quite a name. But I love this painting because it shows St. John and St. Mary Magdalene leading the Blessed Mother home after Jesus has died on the cross. So the name of the painting is Return from Calvary, and it's just so beautiful and dramatic. Blessed Mary is leaning on John, and at the same time, he's looking over his shoulder to the three crosses silhouetted in the background. The only problem is this is not a super great copy. And the original is in color. I tried printing the color one out first. It turned out all right, but you can't really see the crosses in the background, so I'm looking for a better copy.
So find art print might have to stay blank on the checklist for a little while until we find a good link that we can print out from. And if we do find that link, we'll put it down in the description box so you can use it if you like. And our goal with this is to find a good copy to put up on the refrigerator so we can look at it and meditate on it during Holy Week. The next item on the list is the 7 Churches devotion, which is something new that we're trying this year. So this is the tradition of visiting and praying at 7 different churches after Mass on Holy Thursday.
So this is something that we just found out about, but we think it's so cool. Evidently, St. Philip Neri started this tradition back in the 1500s, and every year after the Mass of the Lord's Supper, the Pope will visit 7 different churches in Rome and pray at the altar of repose in each church.
He does actually have a set route that he follows each year. So the traditional 7 churches are St. Peter's Basilica, Basilica of St. Paul outside the walls, Basilica of St. John Lateran, Basilica of St. Mary Major, Basilica of St. Lawrence outside the walls, Basilica of the Holy Cross in Jerusalem, and St. Sebastian outside the walls. But actually in 2000, St. John Paul II changed the route a little bit. So instead of St. Sebastian, it is Sanctuary of Our Lady of Divine Love.
So I think that is such a cool idea. You could even spread this tradition kind of out during Holy Week, visit a different church every day, or you could visit the churches virtually, do an online tour of the 7 churches.
And that's what people had to do during COVID, and that's probably what we'll end up doing. We have 7 churches in our area, but it would take a lot of driving to go to each and every one. And we don't really fancy spending all of the evening on Holy Thursday driving all around. So we're probably just going to spend Holy Thursday and Good Friday doing different virtual tours of churches in Rome.
On Good Friday, we have Veneration of the Cross, which is such a beautiful ceremony that we always like to attend every year.
And if you're not familiar with Veneration of the Cross, it is a beautiful Catholic tradition that dates back to the 4th century in Jerusalem, when Christians would gather before a relic of the true cross to honor it and how Jesus died for us. They would kneel before it or bow or kiss the relic.
So here the ceremony starts at 3 p.m., which is the hour that Jesus died on the cross. And I just think it's a beautiful way to spend some time that afternoon thinking about Jesus and how he suffered and died for us. Because we do try to keep Good Friday as a pretty low-key day here. I always tell my students it's not the day to go out shopping or go to see a movie or have a sleepover. You really just want to lay low and think about Jesus and all that he did for us. But that brings us to Holy Saturday, and for that day we are going to dye Easter eggs because yes, even though we have big kids here, we still like to do that, and that means that I need to put eggs on my grocery list. So we're getting down towards the end of the list now. We've checked off 5 different things, but then we still have some that we can't check off right
Yeah,
yet.
not quite yet. But let's talk really quickly about Easter Sunday itself. And the first thing, of course, that we're going to be doing is going to Mass. And when I say first thing, I mean the literal first thing, because somebody decided that we needed to go to the sunrise service at 6 a.m. on Easter morning every year.
We do this every year. I don't even know why. Yeah, how did we ever get started doing this? I'm not even sure. But I have come to love this. We go into church. It is completely dark outside. And then after Mass, we come out into the sunrise.
Maybe.
And Jesus, yes, it is. The sun is always rising.
We could go in the dark and come out in the dark.
No, the sun is always rising and Jesus has risen and it's a new and beautiful day. I love that.
You love it. I love my sleep.
Well,
okay?
You can sleep 364 days of the year. It's fine.
No, I can't. And then after that, all we have is a family brunch a little later on in the day. And for that, we have been put on fruit salad duty. And normally we would just cut up a bunch of fruit and mix it all together. But we thought for Easter this year that we were going to try spicing it up a little bit. So we looked up some different recipes online that we might give a try.
Yes, Kate found 3 different recipes, and they all look good, but I think that the very clear winner here is the easy fruit salad, as it has as its secret ingredient a 21-ounce can of peach pie filling. I mean, how decadent is that? If we walk in with this super sweet, luscious fruit salad, I think that everyone's really going to enjoy that, and Kate and I are going to be the stars of the brunch. Some of our boys especially have very big sweet tooths, so I think that they would really enjoy this. And the last thing on the list is figuring out what we are going to wear on Easter, our Easter outfits, because when Mass starts at 6 a.m., you really need to have that figured out before Easter Sunday.
And we were talking about maybe going out to a thrift store or two and trying to find a new Easter dress. But we have quite a few dresses in our closets already, and so we're probably just going to end up doing some closet shopping.
And we might put a few potential outfits up on the screen for you. We'll see. So there you have it, our partially completed list for Holy Week and Easter. We just wanted to bring you along for the journey with us.
And let us know down in the comments what are some of the things and traditions that you like to do during Holy Week and on Easter.
We hope that you have a very blessed Holy Week and Easter, and we'll see you next time. Bye.